This is the Mottura Astabloc. It's a pump lock, so I guess it's a Italian take on a French pump lock. It's got 6 levers here, all with one gate, sidebar, and a single spring that pushes on an actuator that sits on the back side of these levers. It's a fairly tricky lock to pick, but the easiest way that I found to do it is you need to find the lever that will push in the furthest and stay put when you tension it. And in this case, it is number 4. So I'm going to push it all the way in, apply heavy tension, and it stays put. So that's pushing on that spring. There's only one spring. So now all these other levers are unsprung. And they will bind. They'll bind against the sidebar as you apply rotational force. They won't all bind at the same time, so you need to find the binder. So you'll push on one. If it's stiff, then you'll keep pushing until it frees up, and then immediately stop pushing, because that means that the gate on that lever is lined up with the sidebar. If you keep pushing, you will overset it. This lock is easy to overset. So I'm going to check one. One is stiff. There. It didn't take much on that one. It just freed up. So now I'm going to go back to this first lever that I set, which was number 4. Push it. And that just helps lock that sidebar in on that first lever that I just set, and will also help the next one bind. So just try number 2. Number 2 is stiff. There, just freed up. So I'm going to stop pushing, go back to number 4, push on it to help lock that sidebar in that gate on that lever, and then go to number 3. 3 is binding a little bit. There, I felt it free up. So now go back to 4, push on it. Now I need to switch tensioners here. So now I'm going to check number 5. Number 5 is stiff. Felt like it might have freed up. I'm going to go back to 4. Let me check 6. 6 is loose. There, 5 freed up now. The screwdriver must have slipped off 5 on the first attempt. So now I'm going to push 4 to lock that in. I felt a little bit of movement on the plug. Now 6 is binding. And there, it just freed up. So now when I push on 4, all the gates should be lined up if I did this right. So when I push on 4, it should open. And there we go. So should be able to 360 this. All right, so that is the easy way that I found to pick this lock. Let's get this gutted. Take a look what's inside. So yeah, it's very easy to overset those levers, but it's a tricky lock to pick. But doing it that way, it's not really bad. All right, set this aside. I will show this. This is drill protection of the lock. You try to drill it, that just spins. That's also why it's locked into this plate. Can't figure out how to get this off. It's pressed in, set against the ball bearings in a groove or something. But not going to worry about that right now. So here is the sidebar. The spring is extremely strong. You push that in so the sidebar will retract, and then that allows it to spin. There is the sidebar groove right there. So you need to be careful when you take these screws out, because like I said, this spring is extremely strong. Which, okay. So start with this one. This was the first lever. So there's the 6 levers. You can see that this fourth one, the gate on it looks different than the rest of them. So that's why I said I don't know if it's always that fourth lever that will stay put, which was the first one that I said, or the first one that I set, because of the shape of that. But basically, that was the first lever that I set, which will in turn cause all the other ones to be unsprung. What I'm getting ready to take apart here is that actuator, which sits in the grooves here, and then the spring wraps around that and pushes against the actuator, which pushes against the levers. So there's one spring. So as soon as you set that first one, everything else is unsprung and it's only binding against the sidebar. Which, there's the sidebar. That right there lines up with the gates on the levers. This is where you have to be careful of the spring. So there is the spring. And there is the actuator. So that sits in there like that. And it sits in these notches on this side of the levers. So that spring will push against it. So as soon as you push one spring, as soon as you push one lever, it'll push this actuator out, and then all the other levers are unsprung. So once that this engages, it's not pushing against the levers obviously anymore, so it causes them to be unsprung. And these are just spacers. And that's pretty much it. So just easy to overset, but that is the easiest method that I have found to pick this lock. It's pretty neat lock. I've never seen this before, so this lock is totally new to me. And big thanks to White for sending it to me. I appreciate it. Always love seeing new locks, learning how they work. It's a shame that I can't take it off of this plate. It's just kind of cumbersome with this plate on there, and I don't know, not that attractive. That's not, obviously this plate won't be seen when it's installed. It's got a trim ring that would go over top of that when it's installed. So anyway, that is the Mottura Astabloc.